Welcome back, guys. You're watching All the Beer No Idea. I'm Baz. Before we get going with another beer review, that I'll just give you a little teaser. It's from the Perfect Draft. I picked up 4 beers today from the town, and yeah, they'll just be coming up on the channel. So we'll go through quickly what they are, and then we'll crack on with the review. Can't put my teeth in. Yeah, popped into a Polish shop, and I picked 2 cans up that I think are lagers, but I could be wrong. And the first one is Zyvic. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. Zyvic. This is coming in at 5.6% in a 500ml can, £1.30. And also at £1.30 in a 500ml can is a can of Vodka. And that's, I don't know if my pronunciation's right. If it's wrong, please tell me. 5.2%, £1.30. So them 2 cans of £2.60, decent strength to them, and hopefully be good. And the other 2 beers I picked up were from Marks and Spencer's. Now, one's from a Munzen, and I've had beers from them before, and this is a can of their Chuggernaut Hazy Session IPA. Great artwork. Coming at 4.7% in a 440ml can. Now, the only reason I picked this up is because, as you can see, there's a dent in the can. It was reduced from £3.50 to £1.75, so I thought, I've not had it before, let's buy it and review it, see what we get. And the other one is from a brewery that I've never had anything from before, and it's Brick Brewery. And this is a can of their Strawberry and Cucumber Sour, coming in at 3.8% in a 440ml can, and that was £3. So 4 more beers coming up to review at some point. So I've done all the rambling now. Let's get on with the review. It's from the Perfect Draft, like I said over there. It's a Scottish lager, and it's Tennents. I believe it used to be 5%. It is now 4%. I don't know how long it's been 4%. But yeah, that's on the Perfect Draft. So any second now, I'll go and do a video of the pour. We'll come back, take the review from there, and we'll do some more idle chit-chat. So back in a tick. So, beer in a glass, Tennents in a glass. Like I said, from the Perfect Draft. If you happen to see this and think, hang on, has this been edited? Yes, it has. Silly old bugger here didn't press record again. What I done was stop the video. So this is going to be 2 videos all sort of wanged into one, and we'll just have to roll with it. So like I say, Tennents from the Perfect Draft, 6 litre keg, £31.50 from Beer Hawk. It's 4%. Included in that £31.50 will be your £5 keg deposit. So once you return that, you get £5 back, or credited to your account. And I ordered it with getting 15% off. So I've probably had about, if you include the £5 keg deposit, I've probably had about £4.50 discount. So this keg of Tennents is coming in at about £22. So yeah, that's it. So beer in a glass. Chill haze going on in there, golden straw colour, gentle carbonation going up the glass, not exactly wild. A good 2 finger of compact white head on top. So let's dive in on the nose and see what we get. If I told you the whole story of this video, you wouldn't believe it. Everything's gone wrong. On the nose, I'm not getting an awful lot out of there. A bit malty, like Malty Aromas. A generic feel to it. You know, like, you know, your bog standard big branded lagers, you know, mass produced stuff. It's got that typical sort of smell. I mean, not that I'm getting a lot out of there, but there's nothing particularly nasty on the nose. So without further ado, let's dive in on the Tennents. And incidentally, it's got a lot of mixed reviews. A lot of people love it. Some people can't stand it. So I'm going to dive in and I'm going to give you my view on it. So cheers, everyone. okay. I think for starters, let's say it's not as bad as Carlin, but that isn't necessarily a good sign. Thin in body, but probably still much better from the Perfect Draft than cans. Thin in body. Not raging carbonation, plenty of carbonation in there. But like I say, quite not raging. There is carbonation in there, not raging. The body's thin. You know what I'm going to say about the mouthfeel? Not particularly interesting, not particularly nice, not particularly smooth, really. And just before we get going, because I had a bit of a mess up on my first attempt at the video, we'll get the rest of this one in there. It's just been sitting there for a couple of minutes. So I'll bang some more in. It's a little bit livelier. Let's go and do the old tasty stuff. Again, that typical generic malty taste. It's got a spiciness to it, that peppery spiciness. For me, it's starting to get a bit of a nasty tang to it, that generic sort of, you know, like I say, not as bad as Carlin. Has got a little bit of a nasty taste in there for me. Malty, slightly peppery, a little bit nasty, not particularly enjoyable. 4% do you get that? It drinks like a typical bog standard 4% lager. Right on the back end, and it's been what, 10-15 seconds since I had that mouthful. You are getting sort of a bit of a breadiness to it. Not impressed, not impressed. Now, I had a pint in there, or about 3/4, half a pint in there. I've probably had a pint out of it. I've got 9 pints of that to go. And personally, my own personal view, that's one of the worst beers on the Perfect Draft for me. I was never expecting it to be a good high quality German sort of lager. I mean, and as lagers go, this is shit. I would never pick it up again. It's awful. But I'm going to try and give you my views on the beer that it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be light. It's supposed to be sessionable. It's supposed to be one you can chuck down your neck. And even despite what it's supposed to be, I still don't think it's very good. I really don't. You know, for me, it's still not a very nice beer. It's still got a bit of a nasty taste to it. There's not a lot going on. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be nice to it. But my own personal view on this is it's just not a very good beer. I personally wouldn't recommend it myself. I wouldn't recommend it myself. It will get drunk. I'll probably invite my mate from over the road over to come and drink it because he drinks any old shite. But for me, I think it's even worse than I expected. It's even worse than I expected. It's got that chemical sort of taste to it. Of a nasty lager. And that's about all I can say, as nice as I can be. It's one of the worst beers I've had on the Perfect Draft. And that's it. I wouldn't recommend it. Budweiser, for me, Budweiser on the Perfect Draft is much better than this, personally. Much better. And I wouldn't pick this up again. So that's my view of Tennents. I do apologise if I've offended anyone, but you know, I'm entitled to my opinions. You don't have to agree. But for me, one of the worst beers on Perfect Draft. And not one I'd pick up again. And probably not one I'm going to drink all myself. So thank you all for watching. If you've had Tennents on the Perfect Draft before, feel free to give me your comments. Full of gas now. Feel free to give me your comments. You're entitled to your opinion. You don't have to agree with me. Keep them clean though. Keep them respectful. If you haven't had it, like I said, it's not one I would tell you to go out and buy personally. But if these sort of light drinking lagers are your thing, give it a go. It's up to you. So that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the little bit at the start. And I'll see you again on another beer review. Cheers.